Veronica, and today I'll be talking about self esteem. I think this is one of the most important aspects of your life. And before I get started with that video, I just want to give that quote of that movie, Lost in Translation. The more you know who you are, the more you know what you want, the less things upset you. In other words, it's about self discovery. It's about understanding your own self. Self esteem is all about knowing yourself. What do you think about your own self? Your self image. That's one of the most important thing in your life because our self esteem is affected 24/7. Right from our recognitions to our failures, everyone, our parents, our friends, everyone, our neighbor aunties, to any stranger we meet, any comparison, any comments, everything affects our life. Everything affects our self esteem basically. Everything is somewhere going into our thought process. It's shaping how we think. And with changing world, changing criteria, changing generation, all the judgmental criteria of what one is supposed to be is also changing, and we get different kind of judgments every now and then, which is somewhere changing our self-esteem as well. There are so many times we end up losing and feeling very low self-esteem just because of some comments which are very hurtful, and we just get affected because we don't know what's true about ourselves. This is one of the thing which really affects. We usually get very much affected with our comments of people and all the praise. You just get one praising, you got on the cloud nine, and you just get one bad comment and you're just heartbroken just because you don't know who you are. If you knew who you are, things won't upset you, things won't affect you. But when you don't know who you are, the only way of knowing who you are is by listening to what other people think about who you are. And we really take that seriously when we don't know who we are actually. The best way of knowing your own self is by going and exploring. Sometimes we really need that me time, that alone time, totally alone. When nobody's there with you, you just try things you have never done. And there are so many things which you try, you do it, and you think that you believe that you can't do it. But when you try it, when you actually do it, you believe that, oh my god, it was easy and you could actually do it. And there are so many things you believe that you can do it, and then one fine day you do it and you realize that you can't just do it. It means you had this high hopes that you could, but you really couldn't, because we all are meant for something. I personally believe that everyone is good at something and everyone is bad at something, and I guess that's okay, that's life. If you're good at everything, it would be weird. If you're bad at everything, that's literally not possible. We are all good at some particular thing, and we need to really explore and find that. The more we know who we are, the more we try things we have never done before and discover our own selves. There's also a part of it is creating your own self, but you can only create yourself when you know where you want to be created, in which direction you want to go, and in which way you want to be created. Having clarity of goals, having clarity of your dreams and what you expect from your life is very important part while it shapes your self-esteem. More or less, I've come to a belief that if you don't discover yourself, if you don't struggle very hard to discover who you really are, and by trying a lot, you will actually end up thinking what other people think about you. And that's the last worst thing which can happen, because for rest of your life you will end up believing everything what other people believe about you. And somewhere that's a false belief, because heart breaks, and that is most hurtful moment, because people don't know who you are. They only know the bits and pieces about you. They don't know 100% who you are. They judge with their perspectives, they judge with their personal experiences, they only comment according to what they have been through. But somewhere your life is being judged by their perspective. You believe about yourself like the way they think. That's the last thing which should happen, because at any given point of time you can wake up, you can choose to shape your life the way you want to. And that's all about self-esteem. I hope this message really means something to someone, and I hope that we all discover ourselves in the best possible way and shape our real self-esteem, not the self-esteem overboosted by someone's compliment, which is somewhere shallow and not up to the mark, or not the self esteem which is too low just because someone is ridiculing you. Just the real self esteem, what we really, really deserve. Thank you.